So welcome everyone. And this session is a little bit different from the ones that we did previously. So it's more informal, just like we feel like we're a family, global family. Kind of got to know each other over the last few weeks. So I feel really comfortable, and it's just like I'm actually talking to you, one-on-one. So I will just talk about some of my stories while I'm going through the presentation, and we'll just get started. We had a great session last week with sharing the products. So today I'm going to be I'm not going to be really talking about the products, but about Atomy and the future, and what each of us can do to succeed in this amazing company. Okay, so I'll start sharing the screen. Oh no, we've got to do motto as well, right? Okay guys, so let's do motto together. So are we ready? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go. Cherish the spirit. Create the vision.
Follow the faith. Serve in
humility.
Aja. Yes. Okay. Continue. Can you hear me? I've unmuted, right?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Okay. I've got this bar, which is really... All right. Now, okay, so our title today is, do you believe
your screen is not showing you.
Oh, it's not showing?
Not showing, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe try stop the
sharing and try it again.
Yeah, try again.
Share.
Yeah, now it's showing.
Oh, it's okay? Yeah,
because
I didn't press.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I've got the laser point. Okay, so you can see my pointer. Okay, so I've heard this word delayed gratification in the past, and I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard. So do you believe in delayed gratification? If you can type in 1 if you do, and if you're not sure what it means, you can just type 2. Okay, so I can get an idea. So there is delayed gratification, and opposite to that is obviously instant gratification, right? So has anyone typed in 2?
Mostly 1. All of them 1.
Mostly 1. Anyone 2? No?
No, none of them.
Great. All right. So what are some of instant gratification? Can you think of something? Okay, we'll talk about that next. Let's just go through what delayed gratification means. It means resisting the temptation of an immediate reward in anticipation that there will be a greater reward later. So it's been said that it's a very powerful tool for learning to live your life with purpose. Okay, so these are some of the gratifications that I could think of. I'm sure we can relate to maybe the first 3. Buying things on impulse. Who's done that? I think a lot of people do that. And when I was doing my business course, they were talking about, the 3 Ps, marketing and all that. And I still remember how they were explaining, when you go outside go through the supermarket checkout, you will notice all the things which is within your, grab. Have you noticed all the little things that you have, you can see are items? And the reason they say they put it there is so that people can just, buy those things on impulse, right? Now, wanting things now, kids, kids are very good at that, right? They want things right now, and they know how to get it. And pleasure before work, these things, right? Now, the last two things are the things that you might have come across in other network marketing companies. If you've been with other network marketing companies, I have in the past, many companies, and some of them have what we call fast startup bonus, and also there are marginal profits, so that members can make money quickly upfront, right? So I'm sure you'll be aware of those things. Whereas Atomy does not have that at all, right? So delayed gratification really is Atomy. All right. So this is Brian Tracy. I'm sure a lot of you know. He said the ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. Indispensable prerequisite for success. And I really believe that, because we need to understand this delayed gratification. And once you understand it, and I think we'll be on the right track to success. We all want to be successful, right? So I think better we understand what this really means. I think it will definitely be achieving our goals. So let's look at some of the things, what sort of delayed gratification. So if I gave you a choice, I'm sure some of you already know this, which option would you take? Number one, $1 million today. If I was to say, I'll give you $1 million today, would you take that? Or if I just give you 1 cent today and double it every day for the next 30 days, which option would you take? So would you like to type in 1 or 2? What would you like? What kind of comes to your mind straight away? Because we all have different reasons why you'd take one or the other. And if you know the answer, that's great. If you're not sure, can somebody guess what option 2 might be? How much you could possibly get in 30 days? So I'll just see if I can. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, I can see a lot of 2s. Great. Can anyone guess how much it would be at the end of 30 days if you were to receive 1 cent today, 2 cents tomorrow, and double for 30 days? Oh, Kathy, you're too smart. A very good mathematician. Yes, you're right. Over $10 million. So if you, I don't think anyone actually chose number 1, so you're going to be successful. Because if you chose number 1, you would have missed out more than $9 million. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this is the law of multiplication, and I'm sure you've seen this. Okay. And just to see what happens in 30 days. The first 10 days, you will hardly notice any difference, right? $5. That's insignificant. Even after 20 days, you're only looking at about 5,200. And on the 25th day, as you can see here, not much progress, no huge difference, but you can see this exponential growth happening. from the 25th day, about 167,000. And imagine that doubling every day. So 335,000 on the 27th and 28th. Between 27th and the 28th day, you'll be getting $1 million, right? So just being patient for 27 days, you'll be getting that. And then after that, 1 million becomes 2 million. And on day 30, it's 5.3 million. So all those added, as Kathy pointed out, that is $10.5 million, right? So when you can actually see this, because I'm a very visual person, so if I listen, yeah, it might register, but when I actually see it, then I can really understand the concept. So that's what we're talking about. Another way is looking at this snowball effect. You guys over in Canada, I don't know how keen you are to go outside and build a snowman with your kids, but in order to build a snowman, you need to start with a ball, right? So you need to make it really hard, not just grab the snow. You can't expect it to be, a ball. So imagine taking a ball to the mountain or up to the top. It's small and it takes effort to climb up to the top. But once you're up there and when you let go of the snowball, as you can see, as it rolls down, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and gets out of your control. Okay, so same effect. And this is what we have with Atomy, right? Because of our amazing compensation plan, which I'll go through. So as you all know, this is our CEO, and he started our company 11 years ago with nothing but ideas in his head. And now we have this amazing, solid, global company that people are going to recognize all over the world. And we're so lucky that we know this company. And I love the idea of having the different concept to other network marketing companies. And our company is principle centered and having this super synergy of United Heart, just like what we are doing, different members, but we all belong to one Atomy family. And this is the culture that we want to take globally. Now, just going back to this one, I wanted to share a little bit of my experience now with this. I met Atomy July 2017, and that was 1 year before Australia market opened. So when I was introduced to Atomy, I was living in Kuwait at the time because of my husband's work. And that is when I brought our daughter back to Australia to start university. So some of you probably know about my story. But the reason I want to share with you is that when I became a consumer member, I knew that there was no business. But because I was looking for an opportunity like Atomy for many, many years, when I found out about it and had my first facial and find out the fact that there is no joining fee, no auto ship, and it's a Korean company. The products were great, and I thought, wow, this is something that I've been waiting for, and I was really excited. But we were not open, and we didn't know when we were going to open. But because we could sign up, I signed up. And I thought, well, okay, I will start building my team by sharing the products. And although I'm not going to be getting commissions, when it opens, I will have a team of consumers and I'll start getting the commission from day one. And that is the reason that I started talking and sharing. And I was in Perth for about 3 months during our winter time before I went back to Kuwait. And our winter is not like your winter. It just rains. We don't have snows. So it can rain a lot. And I used to go to meetings in the evening and driving back home, about 40-minute drive. I don't like driving in the rain, but you know, I don't know how and why. Whenever I drove home, it wasn't raining. So I used to say, thank you, God, you know, for keeping me safe. And and after spending like 4, 5, 6 hours with members talking about Atomy, but I wasn't getting a cent from the company at the time. But I knew that I would get my reward later. So you know what I used to say when I was driving back? I would say, yep, I've earned $1,000 today. And I would tell myself that I've made $1,000 today. And now I truly believe that those hours that I spent in the beginning, I'm getting it back. And I know I will be for the rest of my life, the time that I've put in before. So with that, it was easy for me to just keep going. And the reason that I had that is because I had the belief in the company, because there's a lot of information online, right? So you can find about what Atomy is, where it came from, where it's at. And also I love the products because we were able to get the products and try them. And also I really believed in the compensation plan, how our chairman, Park, wanted to distribute this money with all of our members. Okay, so I really believed in this company, and I was so happy, and I felt fortunate that I got to meet Atomy. So why is Atomy so special? Because of this love in this our compensation plan, and as you know that we are binary. So it's all about you starting, and you building your two teams, one on the left, one on the right. So these are the special features that you will not find in other companies. There is not one company which will satisfy these. So first, as you know, it's a binary. You know, we are in 23 countries. We're already established in 23 countries, and further 50 plus countries that we can, can join members in those countries. And the company has plans to open another 30 countries in the next 5 years. So that's just amazing. You know, there's no fees because you're members and you do not pay a cent to get your ID, pay any money to have our amazing shopping mall and the website. Unlimited level, it goes to, it can go down forever. So there is no level that the company doesn't say we'll only pay you up to 1,000 level. It's none of that. It goes down to unlimited level, and the power of that, I will share with you later the real figures that some of the masters are getting on a daily basis. So we all heard about 50 million ceiling, right? So everyone knows what the 50 million means. When you accumulate on your small side, 50 million accumulated points is the maximum ceiling where you will be earning about 1,200 US dollars, about 1,500 Australian dollars per day. Unlimited accumulation means that we accumulate all these points generated by our members until we get paid. So there is no time constraint, and it's very flexible. global one ID. As you can see, there are many countries, and we have seamless business. One ID will connect to everyone in the world. And I just mentioned about this maximum ceiling, which is 50 million a day, and that is to receive the general commission, which is part of the bonuses that we receive, one part. Now the last one is this inheritance. Okay, what does this inheritance mean? The income that you generate, the passive income that you generate with Atomy, can be inherited to 3 generations, which means that you will be receiving income until we die, and it can be passed down to our children, and then they can pass down to their children. And this is one of the biggest reasons that I'm doing this business, because I want to secure my family's future, and I feel that I have really made a good start. I do have passive income, like many of you already have, and I know that this is guaranteed, and this can be passed down to my daughter. So this is the reason I'm doing my business. So this is our only daughter, Natasha. She was 1. I still remember the day. This is my mother-in-law, and she was about almost 2 there. And this was when we were in Santorini. She's grown up a little bit, a teenager, and a little bit older there. That's my husband, Michael, and that was in London. And this is us. I used to travel with Natasha all the time. When I was doing other network marketing company, I was traveling to Singapore, I remember, and she was like around 5, and I used to take her with me, and we are really, great. She's my best traveling buddy. So we've done a lot of traveling together, and this is now how things have changed. As we all know, we are in the middle of this global situation where having the mask is just part of our life. Although we are very lucky in Perth, so we're not really used to that. But I know most of you are living in this situation, and this is something out of control. But we have to accept and know that we just have to make the best out of the situation. We can't control, right? So, but there are things that we can control, and that's what we want. I want to share with you. Okay. So dreams. We always talk about dreams, right? Without dreams, there is no purpose. There is no purpose of living. Why do we just want to survive where we can have dreams and goals? So are you living your best life? And I hope you are working towards that, and we want to have each and every day better than yesterday. Okay. So, what gives your life meaning? I think a lot of us have been practicing about setting goals. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people outside of Atomy, or even within Atomy, that don't know what our goals are. Okay. How do we find our purpose? Think about what makes you happy. What makes me happy is just being around my family and friends. Friends makes me really happy. Spending, quality time with not just anyone, but people who's got, common goals and common interest. And we want to have a passion in everything that we do. We don't just want to work 9 to 5, and we just do it because we feel that we have to. Okay, we want to have purpose. So to achieve your purpose in life, Obviously, we need to have goals which are measurable and smart. So, but the goals must be specific. I'm sure you heard that it has to be measurable, and you need to take actions. You can't just think about it, but you need to actually do something to achieve, move towards the goals, and be realistic. But most importantly, it has to be time specific. So you need to put time next to your goals. Okay, so we want to design our future, okay, and picture what our goals, what our future is going to be like, and that's what our chairman is always emphasizing. You need to be the director of your own like movie, your future, and have that in your mind and play it over and over again. Okay. So this life scenario, which is really the focus of Atomy, I just want to mention about the first two. The first one is the bucket list. And who's got a bucket list? Who hasn't got a bucket list? I hope you all do. What is the bucket list? It's not just a bucket, but it's just a list of the things that you want to achieve. It's like brainstorming, more of like not specific things, but whatever comes to your mind. You know, the things that you want to do, the things that you think that it's going to be hard to achieve. So, for instance, one of my things that I listed in my 20s when I was doing this self-development course was that travel around the world. And that was one of the things I wrote down. And I was just barely out of university, starting my new job as an accountant. And I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I wanted to do it. So I wrote it down. And when I went back to that list a few years later, I couldn't believe that I wrote that. And I have actually done that. So when I was 27, I had an opportunity to travel, and the reason was because I was working as an accountant for 4 years, and I was actually made redundant. After all that study and finally getting the job. In those days, there was, people losing jobs, obviously. And then that was the opportunity that I thought, okay, I will travel, and I did a around the world travel for about 4 months, and I ticked that off the list. So at the time, I didn't know, but it happened. And all I can say is because I wrote it down and I had that in my mind that I wanted to do it. So I hope that you have a long list on your bucket list, and really, really, think about that. So this life scenario, as I mentioned, our chairman is always talking about that very passionately, and he always says, dream vividly, and it will come true. If you don't think about it, if it's not clear and vivid in your mind, it won't happen. So it must be vivid, right? So this is something that you can find online under life scenario, and it will give you, it will ask you to choose a couple of, things in each category. So I love the fact that our life scenario is having a balance, right? You don't just want to focus on money or just doing good work, or just one thing. When you have these 4 areas in your life in which is in balance, this is when you can truly become successful, right? So the first one is to live well. And our chairman says, we were put on this earth not to struggle, but to live well, live comfortably. So you can choose a couple of things, and in this case, I think most people, want to have a beautiful home to live in, and we want to have good health, and and the second one is to learn, hobbies, travel, to love, to love our family and friends, and the last one is to contribute. Okay, so there are many areas, and you're not expected to have a perfect life scenario. You know, this should be work in progress, and I'm always amending, editing, adding, and things like that, right? So without this life scenario, it's very difficult to succeed in Atomy, I believe. Okay, so just to share with you just a couple of my dreams is, like most of you who love to travel. I mean, I've done quite a bit of traveling, but I don't feel that I've done enough, and I really want to do it with my friends as I'm getting older. I think it'll be nice to travel with the friends. And with Atomy, you can go anywhere, and then you can do this business. So you can combine work with pleasure. And this is just one place that I've been wanting to go, Maldives. And I know I will get there one day soon, because I have this in my mind. And traveling to all these wonderful places and really spend, don't not rush day to day, but really understand the cultures in these different parts of the world. And we are going to have the business in all these countries. Okay, UAE, Dubai is going to be opening soon. Germany is already open. Switzerland is already, so wherever we go, we can share Atomy with people who come, who's going to cross your path. Okay. So what are your dreams? Okay. Only you can answer that, right? What are your dreams, and what make you think that that they will come true? Do you believe? First of all, you must have dreams, but do you believe that they will come true? How convinced are you that you have a vehicle? It's going to help you to achieve your dreams. Okay. I have a conviction about this company, and the reason that I can actually have these dreams, and I know that these dreams that I have will be realized, is because of Atomy. As you can see, Atomy has received numerous awards in so many different ways, like, the company, the great place to work. They've received an award for that. Our CEO is well known now in Asia, and also the company has received an award for many things. And there was a recent documentary in Korea, SBS Business, and our chairman is very proud. He is sending the links to watch to everyone. And when I watched it, I was so proud, and I was hoping that this will be translated in English. And I actually asked him that it should be, done, and he did say that they're working on it. So once it's available in English, you must watch it and share it, because as you can see, this is our head office in Gongju, which is outside of Korea. And if you've been to the headquarters or watched the video, you will realize this is part of work. These are the staff who are really enjoying their leisure time during office hours. And this is what our chairman is telling them. You enjoy your leisure time, and when you're tired of it, and come and do some work. And he's so smart, isn't he? Because people will be happy, and look at these facilities that they have. It's just amazing. And the company's received architecture award for this head office as well. Can you imagine working in this kind of environment? It's like a playground, isn't it? Look at this, like a little room, toilet seats, that's the chairs. Okay, so that tells a lot about the company and the mind of our chairman. And this is the reality. This is the fact about where Atomy is going. And when it started in 2009, that was the sales figure. And the light blue is the domestic, the Korean market sales. And the dark blue, as you can see, is overseas sales. And look at the last year, 2021, and it's taken over. The overseas sales has taken over the domestic markets, and they have predicted this already in the past. So as you know, we've done 2.2 billion last year, so that's an amazing effort, right? The company has received recently this technology award, which is King Sejong, is our king who actually made our Korean language. And this is very, prestigious award where many companies with other technologies have entered, but we have received an award and because of this absolute selective skincare. So we're very proud of our absolute quality products, and that is why our company is so strong. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is Robert Kiyosaki. Most of you know, and he says, a wealthy person is simply someone who has learned how to make money when they're not working. Okay. So what is he talking about? We're talking about passive income, right? So we all understand majority of the people involved in active income, 9 to 5, and a lot of people are losing those 9 to 5 jobs because of the economy and what we're faced with. But how lucky are we? Because we have this amazing vehicle to build our passive income. So what do you really believe? Do you want to continue to trade hours for dollars? Or do you want to build a pipeline that is going to give you continuous income? So although it takes time to build a pipeline, so this is the delayed gratification. So if you understand that your reward later will be much greater than right now, then we build this pipeline, which is going to give us income every week. Okay. So we all have bills, right? Residual expenses, fixed bills, mortgage, rent, the bills, power bills, school, tuition, everything, food. We can't avoid that. So why not have residual income? And is it possible to have a residual income? Yes, it is. Look at all these people who's on stage. Majority of them started with nothing, but only with a vision and following chairman's plans. They have achieved this amazing success, which we can all achieve as well. So Chairman Park actually said, I don't know whether you've heard, but he said, work out what your monthly expense is going to be. What would you like your, every month, how much money do you need to have a, balanced life? And then you decide on your income. Okay. So if you haven't thought about it, maybe I'll get you to have a little think. How much do you need to achieve your goals and your dreams? How much is enough? Now, we're not just focusing on money, but what the money can give you, the things that you want. I mentioned about those 4 areas of your life. You want to live well, and learn and contribute and love, right? So is $10,000 a month enough to achieve your goals? Or is 20,000 enough? For 50,000 or even 100,000 per month? I hope if you if you would like to put it in the chat, just to say which option. In my case, I need about 50,000 a month to achieve my goals and to be comfortable, happy, so that I will be living in a place that I would really be happy, and also be able to help my extended family, and also to travel. Okay, because travel, as I mentioned, is one of my my goals that I really want to continue to do, and travel in style. I don't just want to travel like 10-hour flight to go and see you guys in Canada on economy. I want to get there comfortably. Okay, and why not? All right, so let me just see if I can. 4. Oh, Mike, 4. Yes, because amazing. Because I mean, we've been talking about 50,000 a month, right? But they're saying that you can earn 100,000 a month, and that is so possible. Right. So let's quickly have a look at why it's possible. Because of our binary compensation plan. Mentioned about this ceiling. Okay. So this is the ceiling that we can all get to. And it's $1,200 US per day, and it's roughly $60 a day. That's how it starts, but you can get that in one day. And many people, there are 50 people in Atomy who have achieved this ceiling already. Okay, and those people are earning 50,000 minimum, 50,000 a month passive income. Right, so this is the commission cap with the general commission, which means that you get there, your sponsor can get there, you can get there, your partner can actually get to this ceiling, and then their partner can get to this ceiling. So you probably heard that we all meet at the top. This is the top that we're talking about. Okay, giving more people opportunity to be wealthy, right? To get there. Whereas other companies, I don't know of any company who is this generous. So Atomy, you don't need any special skills, or you don't need to know a lot of people because of this unlimited level. One person will connect you to the world, and you don't need to invest any money. And we have amazing success system. So everything's in place. We just need to use it and get plugged into the system, right? So in the beginning, it takes time. You've got to really plant the seeds, lots of seeds, because you don't know which is going to grow, which one is going to die. And then you have to, give them water, give them sun, some love, and one day it will become a very strong tree like that. So it takes time. So if you are expecting results in the early days, you're not going to get that instant gratification. But you will definitely get your success and gratitude later. But it's not going to be that late. It's not. We're not talking about 20, 30 years. 3, 5, 10 years max. So how do we know that this is going to happen? Well, these are the people who has achieved this pinnacle of success, our imperial masters. So there are 9 imperial masters, and as you know, this is the first, Park Jong-soo, in 2017, and the second one, our Master Lee, who earns the most in Atomy, close to 200,000 a month, and his ID is over 6,000. And then we've got this lady. I wanted to just talk to you about these two. Okay, this lady, the 4th one, Kim Yeon-suk, and she's like a 70-year-old grandmother who's hit this 50,000 5-6 years ago. Okay, and I'm going to share with you the real figures of these masters. because when you hear about 50 million, you think, oh yeah, 50 million, you know, how's that going to happen? But you can actually see it with your eyes. Okay, and I believe there is 10th Imperial Master in March, and she is a grandmother, and not many people know who she is because she's never really been a speaker. But it's possible because of all these features that I mentioned earlier. So as I mentioned, this is Master Lee, who is most of our uplines. Can you imagine? We've got 30 million members, 16 million active members, and at least 60-70% of those members are under him. So it's, you know, he's always saying that it's a miracle if you don't succeed in Atomy. So you have to have faith and trust in the system. Okay, so this is the figure, as you can see. Some lots of numbers, and basically this is his month income for the month November last year, just a few months ago, and he received 165,000 Australian dollars. That is his maximum. You know, he the general commission, which is fixed. It will not be you know, $1 more than the maximum, which is around about 40,000. And you can see the rest is the mastership bonus, because he would have received Imperial Master bonus, which is like close to like 100,000 per cycle. So this is what he shared. Okay. Now the next one. This is the fourth Imperial Master, Kim Yeon-soo. You can see her ID is 6,147. Every single day, there are 46,000 orders that goes through her business. Okay. How is that possible? Because of this unlimited level, global ID. Okay. So whatever I purchase, you know, it will show in one of these. I think I would say I'm on her, I don't know, right or left, probably. It's insignificant. Can you see the figures here? We're talking about 50 million PV. Her small side is 335 million PV. So she probably hits 50 million by lunchtime. Or, you know, when she gets up in the morning. Her big side is over 900 million. And these just ridiculous figures, it's just mind-boggling, isn't it? So this is possible to all of us. And I want you to see it so you know this is real. We're not just talking about this 50 million. Okay. All right. We got next. Okay. Do you know the story about the starfish on the beach? I mean, these masters have been doing the business, you know, with lots of challenges, because we have it so easy now. But I'm sure they believed in what Chairman was saying, and also imagine the people that they have helped in the past, you know, 10 years. This starfish, I'm sure you know, a lot of you know. I'll just read you this one, okay? This is the original story from Lauren Bisley. One day a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking up and throwing things into the ocean. And he approached the boy and said, you know, what are you doing? And the boy said, throwing starfish back into the ocean because the surf is up and the tide is going out. And if you don't throw them back into the ocean, they will die. So the man laughed and said to himself, well, you know, don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make any difference. You can't save them all. And after hearing that, the boy bent down and picked up another starfish and he threw it into the ocean and said, well, it made a difference to that one. And this is what we do, I believe. You know, we can't change the world, but we can make a difference to one person at a time. Okay. So what do we need to do? We need to just take actions. Go out there and start talking to people. And for with a lot of people, they won't be comfortable, right? If you haven't done something like that, you're not used to it. So it's very difficult to leave your comfort zone. But we need to do that. We need to do that if you want to make a difference. So that takes courage, and we need to be courageous. And we must face the challenges, because we are achievers, right? We are doers. So we cannot be afraid of these challenges, and we have to just keep doing it every day, so it becomes part of our habit. And I really believe that you will succeed, because I know I will succeed. I have that faith. And the belief needs to come from you first before other people believe in you. And as our motto says, the second one is we need to create vision, right? So we need to have this vision of our future, and that is why we always talk about the life scenario. And say yes, and I ... What comes after I? What do you believe? Yes, I will succeed. Yes, I will achieve. Yes, I will get to the top, one step at a time. Okay. So no one can predict what heights you can soar. Even you will not know until you spread your wings. This is beautiful eagle. We talk about swans, but also I think we can be eagles as well. Brave eagles. So our motto for 2021 is renewed day by day, which means that today has to be better than yesterday, and tomorrow has to be better than today. We must improve us, and every day we must try to improve ourselves just 1% every day. That is going to make a big difference in the future. Right? So I truly believe that some of the best days are just in front of you, ahead of you. You haven't even started. I know I'm going to have amazing future, and I'm so grateful every day that I am doing Atomy, and I'm healthy enough to go out there and share with someone about Atomy, and really looking forward to the future. When there are a lot of people disillusioned and faced with the current situation, there are also good side as well. And we are so good that we've got this amazing system that we can use, and continue to build our business and really design our future. So I hope that you continue to dream big. It has to be big. It can't just be, okay dream, because the bigger your dreams, less likely it is that you're going to give up with Atomy. And as long as you stay in and don't give up, I know you will succeed. Okay, so thank you for joining tonight, and I just wanted to say that happy Valentine's Day to everyone, because this quote that I saw a long time ago, it says, there is nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. Really believe that, and we're not just friends. I think we're part of Atomy family, and so privileged to be part of this group, and we're looking forward to have more time together. soon. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Stop that. Okay. Well, it's already 11. So I will just over to you, Mike. First one to share.
Okay, thanks so much, Ju. It's a good reminder for all of us that we need to set our dream and we need to complete our life scenario, because without the life scenario, our life will be like a vapor of gas. You don't even feel it. It's already a year, 2 years. And I don't even remember now. I've been over 15 years in Canada and my life passes just like a gas. I don't even remember when I did all of those things, right? But so it is a great reminder that all of us here, that of course we're not here just to make $70, $100 a month. We're not here to make $2,000, $3 a month. And we are all here because we want to make 50,000 a month, right? Type 1 if you do. Type 2 if you think that's too much. If you think that's too much, then probably this Atomy business is not for you. But if you said that this is a $50,000 a month business, then we need to change our mindset as if that we are going to have this income. Imagine this. I've talked to all my members this so many times. If you were to invest $1 million to open a business that can create you 50,000 a month, would you be sitting at your office or at your home, maybe in your store, and wait until your business grows? I don't think so. Once you invested $1 million, you will make your business happen. You'll not wait until it grows by itself, correct? Who will wait until you have consumer? You will go out and get consumer into your store. That's the mindset of the business people. So if you think that you hear the money will come to you and it'll be poured out by God from the above, I think you are all dreaming. We have to work our butt off and then make it happen. And you need to set the date and when should I get this income, because you cannot say, oh, my group is not ready, my members are not buying. Then you think a way that to make this sales happen. I don't know, maybe you make a home gathering, or maybe you visit one by one to your members. I don't know, this is your business. Nobody is going to tell you this is how to run the business, right? You are the owner of your own store. If you were to invest $1 million, you're not going to go to your parents, hey, mom and dad, can you help me out and can you guide me? I don't think so. You're going to open YouTube. You're going to learn from an expert in the business. You will do whatever it takes to make your own business works. And I remember all those numbers. I remember, I think my amazing upline is here, Ari Jong, Sharon Rose Master from Toronto, Canada. When I heard her presentation the very first time back in August 2018, she was explaining me all these numbers, 300,000 on the left, 300,000 on the right. Every day, you will make about 1,500 to 2,000 a month. In my mind, that's no such thing. I could get that revenue. You know how much 300,000, right? That's about $700. How many people are purchasing $700 a day on Int'l? So that means almost 1,500 a day of sales. So at that first introduction to the Atomy system, I was just disbelief, which means I don't believe what every word that she said. But over the time, when I keep learning about the Atomy system, learning about like what all Ju has mentioned, the unlimited levels, unlimited accumulation, global ID, then I talk to myself that this is really possible if you believe. If you don't believe, of course, it's not going to be possible. Once you believe everything is possible, then you will see results. And then I keep continue doing what I was supposed to do, right? And over time, I will see, oh, this is now is happening, right? We're here wearing this pin. You know this pin, right? This is the pin of belief. That means you believe even you haven't seen it. I haven't seen it when I see that 300,000 on its leg. And then when I keep believing, when I keep putting all my effort into this business, remember the business mindset of $1 million? I am the CEO of my own business. I have to make it happen. If I want to make 300,000 every day, I will go out and make it happen. So once you have that mindset, this pin, it will fly to your chest, right? But you have to believe it first. All the leaders here wearing the pin, we're not here to brag ourselves. This is to show that the Atomy system works. Not just for all the amazing, extraordinary individuals. No, this is for everyone. Housewife, bus driver. One of the Imperial Master was a driver, like a cab driver. If a cab driver can become Imperial Master, we should be able more than him, right? Some of us like doctor professional, scientists, even accountants, good with the numbers, even business people. Why didn't we succeed? Because we lack of belief. That's it. We lack of our beliefs and we lack our self-discipline. Once you self-discipline and believe, you will see more doors will be open, right? Thanks so much, Ju. Back to you.
Thank you, Mike. I know Mike is very passionate, isn't he? Like we all are. Um, I know some of the leaders couldn't join us today, and is Essie? Essie, would you like to just add?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I asked my Ju's presentation today. I know I got to know Ju, and just from our personal conversation, she's just one of the very warmest people that I ran into recently. And her presentation shows that how exactly she is and how she's able to pull this really warm energy into this business, and so stable where your footing is in this business. And we know she's going to go all the way and to the Imperial Master with lots of people in her group succeeding and everything. So I'm just really happy to be part of this. And especially Togu Lee and Yeonsu Kim wouldn't share that far with none of us. But thank you for just, that's just a joke. But I think when it's organized well, the type of energy that we give back and forth is just amazing. So I appreciate your presentation and our input into this vision meeting. It's the last one. I think we're going to take a break. Everyone, Australia, Canada, US, we're all doing ABR. So we want to really focus on that. So, and I also really love when Mike just comes and literally, I feel like I get slapped around right back to the track. Why? Because everything he says is true. So let's say we all put at least $1 million US into Atomy. It's like the cost. You want, just like McDonald's or Tim Hortons here, you want a franchise, at least $1 million fluid liquid asset. I think now you need more than that. Then, do we need to write a life scenario? Absolutely, it will help. But probably before you even get there, if your sales go down, if you don't have enough customers, I don't think any of us will be sleeping, right? Rent is like, I don't know, 50,000 a year, right? Uncle Mike, would you be sleeping if you're putting that much down? That's the thing. We haven't put down enough to take this seriously. So ABR, for example, nobody pays you to be there. You don't even have to pay to be there, both way. But think about it this way. It could be just another something from the company. We got to show our faces and all. We can think like that. Or think about all the members that are with you. And it's very hard to pull them apart when they're barely making 1 check, 2 check a month. And you want to pull them away from another job opportunity or any opportunities out there. They need bigger than just a nudge. So I look at it as what we need is conviction, right? Our own conviction. So if you love products like Ju, myself, or Mike, it's easier. But on the top of that, we need the air of success. So when we see ourselves, I remember when Teresa became a DM, one of our members, and just string of her friends from neighborhood, they all came out to the center because our neighbor, our friend, Teresa Ho made it to sales master, now DM. people are seeing it. So I feel like that is probably a really good thing. So when Mike recently became a Sharon Rose master, and I don't know why you're not advertising it, but he has this really crazy retirement plan, relocation plan that puts me on fire. You should be really advertising that because he inspires me. And because it's going to happen, I know it because he's not going to give up until it actually happens. So watching each other. So taking ABR, for example, we need to focus on it because that's one really good way to get the air going. Nobody has put down any money here other than the cost of your shampoo and your probiotics that you just spent anyways. So then as a team leader, if you have more than 2 people in your team, then if there's an opportunity that's external helping, like this one too, right? Mike organized it, but we're taking full advantage of it so that we get together and then we remind each other that, yeah, we didn't have to put that any money for 50,000. We want 100,000 because I don't really need 100,000. But if I don't want 100,000, then it's very unlikely that my partners will be getting 50,000. So why not 200,000, right? Then they'll make sure that my partners will bring them up to the 100,000, right? So I don't want to, if you don't stop me, I'll talk forever. So I'm going to just wrap it here that every chance that we get together on a Zoom, whether it's your team or an organized one like this, take it a chance to remind ourselves, that's note to self, that yes, if you can find any other way to make an income of 50,000, 100,000 with absolutely nothing to lose, then bring it. Bring it. There's absolutely nothing out there. And also, all you have to do is, like Mike said, just as if you put down that money, what would you do every day? It's very simple. Don't make it complicated. Bring in the customers. But if I can do it, I can probably do like 5 a day, maybe 10 if I don't sleep. Then you need 20 of us, hundreds of us, or thousands of us bringing. That's gonna make, I think that was like 150,000 Canadian. Taguli is bringing in. That's a work of like millions of customers, right? So in order to do that, this session is important. ABR is important. So if your team's running it, they really engage and make the air of success, the hopes. Because until we make it, it's like air, but we have to make it almost like as if you can touch it, right? Until we see you again on Wednesday or Monday, don't forget us. Team is a global imperial club, right? Because we're all going to become imperials. So the whole team comes to Canada. We hang out at our center. We go to Australia. We go to Jews, hundreds of us. We can go to her condo. It looks like a paradise, right? But until then, remember every meeting that when we get together, it's totally out of love. Thank you, Mike, again, for organizing it because nobody even thought about it. And I really enjoyed it. So thank you, everyone. I think I'm going to pass it back to Mike.
Yes, thank you, Essie, for bringing that out. So everyone who are attending this Global Leaders Vision meeting every Monday, so we're gonna have a break because the Atomy official, we are going to run all the globally ABR courses, right? I'm sure Australia has started today. Canada, we are in the second week, right? This tomorrow.
Yes.
So we're gonna use the best out of it. So we are going to not stopping this vision meeting. We're gonna continue. We're going to take a break, but I'm going to show you one picture here. How many of you missed this one? We started the global business class last year. Remember this one? We started September. We ran for 9 weeks and it was closed by our Royal Master Jason Shim. So stay tuned. We're gonna have the second season in the very coming shortly because I get a lot of messages from all over the world. Mike, when is the next season coming? I said, okay, wait, I'm so busy with this new groups, new partners, new leaders, and also with the global vision meetings. But we are going to make it happen this second season. I don't know if we're gonna have 2 seasons this year, but for sure we're gonna have the second season, and we already have global leaders lined up as well. So stay tuned and ask your leader or your sponsor who are involved in this business class, and we're gonna continue for the benefit of Atomy and globally, right? That's our mission, to make everyone successful in this Atomy. It doesn't matter, you can belong to anyone as long as you are under our CEO Bill Park with his vision. You are welcome to join and invite your members. Okay, back to you, Ju. Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. And SC, I think SC has just summarized everything beautifully. So I really want to thank all of you for being part of this, really. And as I said, we need to have this air of success and joy and everything that's positive. So the association is very important, I think. You need to associate with the right people, the people with the common goals. And I think we definitely have that. So we will with a bit of sadness, end our last vision session, and we will do that with motto. And Mike, did you say after the class we will leave and then we'll just come back quickly for a quick meeting?
Yeah, that's right.
To talk about, it's okay, Essie? Maybe 10 minutes? 5-10 minutes? Yep. Okay, great. Okay, everyone. So love you all and have beautiful evening. Keep on dreaming. Have a lovely dreams over there and over here in the east. Let's have an amazing day. The day that it's better than yesterday. All right. So are we ready to do our motto?
Yes.
Go. Cherish
Cherish
the
the
spirit.
spirit.
Create the vision.
Follow the
The
faith.
faith.
Serve in
In
humility.
humility.
Aja.
Woo.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you
Love
next
you.
time.
Bye. Keep in touch.
Adios.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.